So we've raised sheep for years, obviously, that's what my channel's about, but cattle feel a lot different, bigger, stronger, more intimidating, certainly more expensive, especially nowadays, right? Especially if you're gonna get it wrong. So even intimidating on that level. So this isn't a how-to from experts by any stretch. This is our first month with cattle. And what surprised us, what we got wrong, what we got right, and whether adding cows to a small farm like ours is actually even a good idea. We'll talk about it. If you're considering cows on your place, some of this might be useful to you, helpful to you, or you might just get a kick out of seeing how it all went down for us here at Sheep Biz in Tennessee. Join us. So hi folks, I'm Kyle. This is my Sheep Biz life here in Tennessee. And I know we normally primarily talk about our efforts toward a profitable sheep business here on the Sheep Biz channel, but occasionally we also like to talk about other farmstead happenings at our farm as well. And we've shared how we handle meat chickens, how we handle our layer hen flock, and today is our first foray into cattle. So why add cattle to a sheep farm? Obviously that was the first question when we were presented with the opportunity to get a few. So why do we get them? So the same reason we have chickens really is the reason we got cattle. It's for our family's sake. It's not for a commercial venture. We simply want meat in our freezers that the family can trust to consume, and the opportunity presented itself to have cattle. And so we have the room for them, and we wanted to see how they also do on our pastures. They consume the grass a little differently. They consume different parasites a little different than our sheep do. And so we're very interested and intrigued about having them on our place for that reason too. But primarily, it's about having beef in our freezers that we can trust, that we know how they were raised and how they were processed and how they were preserved. But before cows ever show up at your place, once the opportunity presented to obtain them, we did not seize it immediately. We took our time because there's preparation involved, obviously. And this is where beginners like us can either set ourselves up for success or stress when you finally bring them onto your property. So we're going to walk through what we did. It's not complicated, but we'll show you how we did it here at Triple H Farms. Well, we want to energize these two lines in here because that's what it's going to look like in the pasture. And we can train them on this without risking them getting out. Because where they came from was just a traditional field fence. Hopefully it's going to work for us. There's the girls out there. And we'll see. It's been the first week or so in here. So here we go. The pickup for these cattle took over an hour. They were not exceptionally cooperative. They wanted nothing to do with that trailer that we rented, but with a little persistence, we finally got it done, got them loaded, and brought them onto our place. We were excited. So you'll see us unloading here. These are Zebu cattle. They're smaller frame cattle, they're heat tolerant, allegedly efficient grazers. Just good size, I thought, for our first rodeo into cattle, and good size for our farmstead, which is really built more for sheep than anything else, as you know. Also a good breed for our climate here in Tennessee. They should do very well in the summer heat and in our mild winters. That hump that you see a little bit above their shoulders is going to get bigger the older they get. It's fat storage, it's not water. And those big ears, well, that's just built-in air conditioning. There's a lot more information on the web about Zebus.
Triple H Farm is complete. Cows, sheep, chickens, dogs, barn cats. Look at how beautiful they are and that little baby. That makes me happy.
The first thing I'm watching when they arrive is just walking around, watching them walk around the corral, both where they go, what they do, are their heads staying down. All that's a good sign. They're definitely not super trusting of us just yet, but that's what we hope to establish over the next few days, is just build a little bit of trust, try to show them that we're bringing them food and so forth. And as long as they stay calm, we're going to try to stay calm. But as you can see here, we're pretty intimidated about them and they're intimidated about us. So we're going to build trust both ways. Come on.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
So we had a really good time the first few days, the wife and I, just coming out. Kept them in the corral. I kept that hot wire hot so they could learn what that wire meant. And they definitely tested that a few times. And it was just kind of a daily routine for us. Food, water, clean up a little bit. We learned a lot. I think they learned a lot about us. It didn't take long for them to kind of get a little more friendly to us. The calf is still standoffish, but the steer that we have and the heifer that we have are both very friendly. So I mean, just scoot it away from there a little bit more.
Oh, come on. Come on. Ooh, my hand smells like it now. Come on. Come on. And then, come on. And then. What you doing, little baby? Oh.
She don't have much of an udder. Like, did she?
Come on.
That tongue is rough, man. I don't know if you want many face kisses like that. Here's what we checked every day. We checked water levels. I got a much larger waterer, obviously, than I have typically for sheep. And they drank about what we expected. We added a little side bucket as well because the calf really couldn't reach this taller waterer, this taller watering trough. And so we got a little side bucket for the calf, which he uses pretty readily. We kept our eyes on them, make sure they were seemingly normal. Not that we're expert at any of it. Their eyes seemed clear, their noses seemed clear. So that was going well. Very good. And within just a few days, the sound of our golf cart engine and the sound of us rattling the buckets as we brought feed to them seemed to indicate the dinner bell pretty quickly for them. They learned those noises pretty quickly and would come running to the gate within just a couple days. So that was nice to see, and honestly just felt like they were settling in, and we were settling into being around them too, and we were really enjoying it. By the end of the first week, I would estimate maybe our chores took about 5 minutes twice a day, just making sure they were okay and they had water and give them a little bit of feed. And then Christy started breaking out carrots and apples, and that went pretty good as well for those first couple weeks.
Wait, I have a good name for the baby.
Oh, you got me.
I have a good name for the baby.
What?
Black licorice.
Black licorice. Okay. That is a good name.
Or maybe burnt marshmallow.
I like licorice.
So what surprised us? I think one, that nothing really surprised us, so I thought we did our preparation pretty well, thought through it pretty well, and things were going pretty well. So that, I expected something to go wrong kind of right away, so that was a nice surprise. How curious they were about us and about what we brought them and about food buckets, and their curiosity about the sheep was also very interesting. How quickly they associated us with food. So that didn't take nearly as long as I thought. I thought I'd have them in here a month or so before they'd figure out that we were the providers of food, but it only took a few days. And how long trust actually takes, especially with a calf, that has been a little more, it's taken longer, I think. So the calf is eating hay that we bring, he's eating some of the feed that we bring along with nursing from his mother, but he hasn't warmed up to coming near us. After about 2 weeks of being strictly in the corral and not touching the hot wire, respecting the hot wire a little more, no issues there, which we did have several in the first few days. We opened up the corral and expanded it to a small square outside the corral to see if they would respect it. First day, they did not. In fact, the steer jumped right over it and was chasing my sheep like a German Shepherd. I'm not kidding. Running around, very boisterous, very active, very fast, surprisingly. But for whatever reason, he chased my sheep around for about 5 minutes. Got a big open space now, huh? Well, we'll see if you respect the line. You train them to it, they know what it is, whether they'll respect it or not. Without the corral, time will tell. So far they've respected 2 lines. Now we get them on 1. We'll see what they think. They seem excited to have a little more room. What do we got?
Oh, that's the good stuff right there. Good girl. You ain't getting in the bag. You ain't getting in the bag, no. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Look. Good girl. Calm down, boy. Calm down. I'm coming to you. There you go. Hey, you trying to go ridiculous. Good Lord. Hi. Well, hi. You see us Hey, Mia, I'm going to get you eventually. Okay. Here. Ah, look at you. what y'all want. Well, you have to let him touch you. That's the rule. That's the rule.
So if you're thinking about getting your first cows, I mean, you know how I feel about it if you've seen any of my prior videos. I would say do it. Match the breed to your land and climate. These are the things I would recommend, things that we were considerate of. Match the breed to your land and climate. Overbuild for water, maybe add that, keep that margin in there until you know what they're going to consume. Make sure your fencing is adequate until you know that you can trust them on a hot wire if that's what you decide to use. Be realistic about your daily time that you're going to spend with them. Not nearly as significant as I would have thought. Just a few minutes a day is more than enough to keep checks on them and make sure they're fed and safe. And as I've always recommended, start small. We have 3 cattle here. We're going to end up with a couple steers and a mama that hopefully we can have bred and keep us in a steer every year. That's the plan. So we're starting small. I don't know that we get much bigger than that, but time will tell. Write things down. Cost, mistakes, wins. I feel like this has been a win for us. We've really enjoyed having them here on our place. We enjoy animals in general, so it's been a real pleasure learning about them, learning their routines and their behaviors and so forth. The whole family's enjoyed them. So the cost, the feed's not terribly expensive for just this many cattle, so I haven't been overly burdened by that. I think the 12% feed that we've subsidized the pasture with so far, or supplemented the pasture with, is $8 or $9 a bag. And we have only been through a few bags this month, so not talking about a serious investment here. I think I spent $60 on feed. And we have supplemented some of the pasture since it's wintertime with a few square bales, which seems to be adequate for them. About a half a bale is what we give them every day, just to supplement the pasture, and they seem to appreciate that and go through that. Not every day they go through it, so it seems a half a bale has been sufficient so far. And a bale of hay here in Middle Tennessee right now is anywhere between $6 and $8 for a decent square bale. So I'm not going to do the public math there. I haven't always done that well, but it does cost to have them on your place. But hopefully come springtime, I won't be supplementing that feed as much, if at all, and they can graze our pastures along with our sheep. And costs will be minimal to raise these steers out until we can harvest them. So we're a month into this. Are we cattle experts? Of course not. It's going to take thousands of hours before I would call myself even partially knowledgeable about cattle. There's plenty of better folks to watch if you want to learn about cattle, but I thought I'd share our first experience of getting cattle here on our farm. I didn't find it overly complicated. We were not ready, but we got ourselves ready in a few weeks. And are we glad we did it? 100%. We're so glad to have them here at Triple H Farms as part of our overall farmstead, if you will. We are sheep farmers. We are sheep farmers by trade, and we just wanted beef that we could trust in our own freezers. And for that goal, I think these cows and this approach are working and are going to work for us just great. I appreciate hearing from you. If this helps you at all, give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like. Leave us a comment down below if you've had your first cow experience or you're looking forward to one. And if, as things progress, maybe we'll share a little more about how it's going. See you around.
I wake at dawn to the rooster's song. Fields to tend where the nights are long. Tennessee hills roll like a hymn. I'm chasing a dream, though the odds are slim. Sheep dreams, grass and sky, building a life where the eagles fly. Sweat and hope in the soul I keep, counting stars